Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a quick look here at this weekend for Bitcoin, see what's going on. Kind of a recap of what's occurred, which we already kind of know. It was pretty much a disaster from 94 to what, 79,000, 78K. It was pretty rough, but at this point, price trying to recover. We're going to talk about key level resistances and or supports and just kind of generally get a better idea of what's going on the back end here too. So if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you aboard. If you've been watching for a while, thanks again for being an amazing part of my life. Do not forget to hit the like button, comment below. Make sure you check out Bitunix too, folks. Awesome exchange. Link down below for this, guys. Nice little deposit reward bonus between now and March 14th. Keep in mind that's available for anyone who's used my link to register in the past. And simple way to understand it is you're always eligible in the future for other updates or benefits and bonuses that they offer. They offer a lot. So let's take a quick look here. Liquidation, as per usual, 87 to 90,000. We're kind of seeing that range of liquidation above the price action. This is kind of the area that I'm interested in taking a short. I know it seems kind of crazy, the thought process of shorting the market right now, considering we're in a bearish market. But yeah, the overall trend is still down. We have some key level resistances in the 87 to 90K range. We'll discuss that here today. And then obviously just kind of recognize that majority of liquidation and the CME gap has been swept to the downside. I still feel personally that we're going to see this $76,000 range again in the relative near future. But I'd like to see the price go up a little bit higher first, kind of trap some late longs and then catch the short on the way down. It may not go right down to 76,000 right away. We may even be range bound moving forward in the 80K range based on the simple fact that we have little to no progress in the $80,000 range. I don't know if you remember this, but back in November, just when the inauguration was occurring, all that stuff, or sorry, the voting rather, and we had that approval, so to speak. Trump got approved. Everything it shot from like 79,000 to like 90,000 in one day. We really have no idea what 80,000 looks like. So we're establishing this range, kind of testing different areas. We're going to see here soon, but it's difficult to trade in a range that's new. So you got to recognize sometimes pumping the brakes and relaxing on the sidelines is generally a better strategy in situations like this. Either way you look at it here, liquidation delta is tapering off to maybe the 20 to $25 billion range. It's still a lot, but it's not 35 billion like we've seen before. So still likely to see that continue upwards, or more so the price continue downwards in the overall sense. But short term, I think we're probably going to see the 90K range as a rough estimate, as a retest here soon. If we take a look at open interest, we can kind of see that there's some heavy concentrations at the 87 to approximate $90,000 range. The most is right there at about 91.5. So if we do surpass 90,000, I would consider securing profits if you're considering a long, just based on the simple fact that that 91.5K range was a previous support level that was supposed to hold, didn't. We need to treat it like a new resistance. That's basically it. Other than that, there's a little bit of open interest below the price action, implying that we do have some sustainability in this 80K range, but once more, still very premature. Let's take a quick look at the weekly. Even though the weekly candlestick hasn't closed yet, we can see obviously with those double, triple doji weeks that we had there, that 21 days of just straight sideways chop, it ended up in a pretty significant correction there. Keep in mind, we do have a fair value gap as low as about 74,000 on the weekly. That is synonymous in a lot of ways with this liquidation range here too, which goes down as low as about 75,000. So 75 to 78K is still a decent likelihood. I have some pretty heavy limit orders in that area just in case, but I'm super glad that I was able to get in the 78 to basically $84,000 range. I got some pretty nice orders there too. So just friendly reminder, don't forget to add your spot bag as the price continues lower. I personally feel Bitcoin will be definitely substantially valued at some point, and we weren't going to see these kind of price points ever again. We're talking years down the road though, folks. I'm not referring to next month. Some people are saying $100,000 in the month of March, which is actually today, or this month. I don't really personally see that just yet, but once again, stranger things can happen. Okay, so weekly time frame. Enough of the the hypotheticals here. We're right here at 50 in the RSI, kind of testing that support range, so to speak. So the truth is, we're not in great shape. It's not a good start to the month, or into last month. However you look at it, MACD is swinging down. Stochastic's trying to swing up. We're reaching our very, very tentative bottom, and I think that at this point, it's best to presume that we're going to see further downside in the overall sense, just based on how things are going. But a short-term relief rally makes perfect sense to me. Something to trap late longs where people seem to think that we're back on track and it goes down again. We may see a recovery, but I think it's less likely. Once more, I've mentioned this previously. when you have, a significant correction like this, it's equivalent to a human being like us falling down a flight of stairs, right? It's going to take a while to recover. So to expect it to just to ramp right back up is a pretty bad consideration, just based on how severe the correction was recently. Okay. So again, we got some nice little support here. We're starting to see some interesting stuff on the daily. If we take a look here, we can see 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth day in a row where 84,200 has held so far. Okay. We have never closed below that level yet. So there's that. That's a nice little consolation, right? It's exactly what it is, folks. Nothing that you want to take a trade on specifically based on that one thing. But we do take a look here. We can see we're creeping back up closer to 30 in the RSI, generally implying that, if you have a short position open, you may want to consider securing some profits. Stochastic swinging up a little bit. Money flow index super low, so it doesn't make a ton of sense to buy it just yet. Even though we saw a lot of buying pressure yesterday, that was quickly sold off earlier today, just based on this being a weekend. Once more, as per usual, if you didn't catch my updates from earlier, I did the math, and I think it's 8 out of 8 weekends so far this year have been red. So we haven't had a single profitable weekend yet. Today's starting off with a green doji type of candle, so hypothetically we are on target to change that, but I wouldn't expect much, folks. I mean, anytime you see a minor correction from Bitcoin, altcoins are just really, really ripping back. So avoiding altcoins right now, I think, is a good idea, just in the general sense, especially this being a weekend. This upcoming week, I'll be probably more likely to want to take some trade signals, but for right now, we just kind of got to wait it out. I know a lot of folks are like impatient, asking me where are the signals at, but folks, you don't want to force a trade in a market like this. This is just total trash. So you best just kind of wait it out on the sidelines there. I totally understand it. I understand the frustration, but it's there's no reason to FOMO in, I guess you could say. FOMO into spot, that's a different story altogether, but using leverage, not really all that recommended. These candle wicks are very aggressive. 4-hour time frame, we're under 50 on the RSI, implying that we're in a position right now where we're still haven't broken bullish. Okay, even if we break above 50 on the RSI, I'm not going to be like telling you to take long positions. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But the truth is, the hourly and the 4-hour time frame will eventually, in the relative near future, if we just keep progressing sideways and up, they're going to give us those false positives, give us a lot of considerations to take longs. So just know that's going to happen soon. The key takeaway is to not kind of fall for that. It feels like it will be a trap. I do personally think that the 87 to 90K range is probably a good little resistance range to consider either shorting or taking profits on a long. So this little area here, first of all, 87,000 was a previous low that was retested 4 days in a row before we never saw it again. So even though it didn't hold here very well, we still want to treat it like a resistance. So 87K is resistance, 90K is that psychological resistance. I think we're going to see some consolidation there before the next leg down. That's mostly my hope. We may not even see that again. Seriously, this whole entire week, I wanted to take a short position here, but it didn't come up to that level. I want to take a short position here, it didn't happen. I want to take a short here as well, it never occurred. Okay, so this whole waiting for the right opportunity thing, it can be very challenging because these opportunities are coming and going in split seconds or never occurring at all. So don't feel frustrated if you're missing out on a ton of opportunity, or what you feel is a ton of opportunity. It's just kind of the market being the market. There's tons of fake outs. It's like these people with billions of dollars just battling back and forth between each other, and we're just kind of caught in the crossfire. So not awesome. We'll just put it that way. What is kind of awesome here is very tentative with low volume. I don't trust it on a weekend, but we are above the cloud. Lag and spans free and clear on conversion lines over the baseline. So we technically have an hourly confirming factor here, letting us know we may see a continuation higher. So hypothetically, you could take a long from here to 87K and maybe find some profit there. But it's still, again, not really worthwhile to me. The profit margin isn't large enough to warrant a position. And with us coming up to our previous highs, these are areas that we're probably going to see some rejection, which we kind of already did. So either way, that's kind of where we're at there. I know it's not super exciting, but it is what it is. And this is just how it's always going to be. I'm never going to just tell you what you want to hear. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and that's how it should always be. So I hope that you found benefit, of course. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. Once again, Bitunix, awesome exchange. And be sure to tune into my Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. I provide playout charts here, just kind of giving you insight on different coins that I'm planning to take trades with, or the ones that I cover frequently. It's all there for you. I hope you have a good one, though. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you soon. Take care.